All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Jeff Salkert. I am currently a student at Wake Tech in Miss Markson's economics class. And today I'll be teaching you about how compound interest is going to work. Now, when we're kids, we don't really enjoy not using, but saving money too much. You like to go out and hang out with your friends. You have things you want to buy, maybe other things that you use your money with, and you're not really thinking about your retirement and later on in life. But if you were to start saving today, it would make a huge difference in the long run. And I will show you how that works today. Quick quote, actually, from Mr. Albert Einstein. He once said that the most powerful tool in the world is compound interest. And so, on that note, we will get started here. So, let's say for number one, on this sheet right here that we're using, um, I have it in my hand right here, so no need to go back to that paper right now. So for question one, it says, suppose you're a 22-year-old college student who just started working, and while you do not have any money, you had a plan to start saving. Assume you successfully saved just $730 a year, or $2 a day, and invested it in a well-diversified vehicle, realizing 7% interest compounded once annually every year from now until you retire. Which would you? Okay, anyways. So let's get started here. So current principal, we're going to put $0 for that because we're not starting out with any money. And annual addition. So like in the problem, we said that you're adding $2 a day every day for 365 days a year. We're assuming that it's not a leap year. So put $730 right there. And years to grow. So you're saving from when you're 22 years old until you're 65. And so that'll be 43 years. And the interest rate, that'll be at 7%. I made a mistake earlier and I put in 0.07 thinking that this was math class, but of course not. And so, as you can tell, it's a huge number, $193,538.22. Let's write that down right over here. 193,538 and 22 cents. And so let's bold that real quick just so we know what we're working with. Very good. And so just by saving $2 a day, and $2 a day can be as easy as, maybe you don't get your morning coffee, or maybe you decide not to buy that drink at Sheetz. I know Sheetz is pretty close to Wake Tech's campus, and so I go over there sometimes and I get a drink after class because I'm thirsty. But if I didn't buy that drink and I just went on with my life and maybe got something at home, just get some water in me or whatever, then, you could probably make up to $193,000 by the time you retire, which is substantial. And that's not even including money that you'll make later in life with your real job that you get and other sort of things. So let's move on to the next question. Next question says, if you wait until you were 30 years old to start saving $730 a year at the same interest rate, until you retire at 65, giving you only 35 years to save, how much would you have upon retirement according to monkeychimp.com? So let's change these numbers around a little bit. So we're subtracting 8 years from the original amount of years, so we're going to change that to 35, and everything stays exactly the same. And so let me calculate that. It's a big jump. That's almost close to half of the amount that you originally saved. So about $108,000. So $107,976.83. Let's bold that also. Very good. So how much would you save? I was going to actually say how much less you would save, but that's for our next question. Perfect. So I'll tell you a little story real quick. My sister just got her first job because she recently graduated last year, and she's sort of having the same problem right now. She is currently working her job, making about $40,000 a year, and she wasn't totally sure about the whole compound interest thing, and she knew that it was a thing, but she didn't really get the whole concept and like that she should start saving early in her life in order to make as much money as possible by the end. And so it was actually funny. I told her, I said, well, we're learning this in our economics class right now, and so funny that you are having this problem. So I sat her down and I talked to her, and my dad also talked to her about it, and she decided to set aside about $100. What is it, like $100 a week, something like that? It might be a little bit high. I might be overestimating, but it was a large amount. That's all I remember. Anyways, let's go back to our questions. Number 3. How much less money is waiting for you at retirement because you waited until you were 30 to start saving? How much of this reduction is a result of saving less? $730 per year times 8 years. How much is the result of foregone interest from waiting 8 years to start saving, according to Monkey Chimp? So here's what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to grab my handy dandy calculator on my phone right here, and we are going to figure that number out. So let's see. Our number was 193,538 and 22 cents, subtracting 107,976 and 83 cents, and we would get, if you can see that number, it's $85,561.39. So let's put this over here. $5,561.39. Now, for relating this back to, as I was saying earlier, my sister, who she is still, let's see, how old is she now? She'll be 23 this year. She just started her job, so she's sort of in the same situation. She's 22 right now, and she started saving early, and so if she had started saving and when she was 30 years old, say, then she would miss out on a lot of money. So that's like that's the real big point that we're trying to get across here, that it's really important for you to save early and make sacrifices. While, yes, it's important that you sort of live your life how you would, it doesn't hurt to, be a little bit conservative when you're younger, probably save some money, and trust me, you'll thank me in the long run. So let's go to number 4. It says, go through and repeat questions 1 through 3 during saving of $3 a day now. So now we're making more money. So we're saving $3 a day. Let's see. So that would come out to $1,095. Part A says at 22 years old, yeah, there we are. So at 22 years old, how much will you have when you retire if you started saving $1,095 a year for $3 a day until you retire at 65, according to MoneyChimp? So let's go back to MoneyChimp. So yeah, we have 1,095, and we're going to put in the same exact amounts as we did for that first question, if you guys remember. And then we're going to put in the 7% like we were doing earlier. And let's see what we got now. So now it's $290,000. That's even a bigger jump than the first one. So that's about $100,000 more. So if you just added $1 extra a day, then you're going to make up to $100,000 extra by the time that you retire. And that's incredible in its own. I mean, $100,000, like think of the amount of things that you can buy with $100,000. That's definitely substantial. So we're going to put 290,000 $307.03, 33 cents. And bold also. And move on to the next question. So next question is, what if we waited until we were 30 to start saving? So same kind of question as the second one was. So let's see, if we, again, we're going to take off 8 years because we're starting saving at 30 instead of 22. And let's see what we get. So, wow, that's an even bigger jump. So it's $161,000. $161,965. Now, if we're relating that back to the first one, the very first question that we did, that's even less than we were saving. I'm wording this way wrong, but because we didn't start saving as early as we wanted to, we lost out on it looks like $31,000 total, which is pretty big. That's a car. That's a pretty good car. We missed out on $31,000 because even though we started saving $1 extra a day, because we started 8 years late. So again, we're showing you that it makes a really big difference to start saving early. I cannot stress that enough. So let's read our next question. How much of your retirement fund is lost as a result of your foregone savings according to MoneyChimp? So we're going to do exactly what we did with the other one. We're going to go to our handy dandy calculator, and let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see, so 290,000, 307 and 33 cents minus $161,965.24. And that will come out to be $128,342.09. That is big. And again, as I said earlier, we cannot stress enough that you have got to start saving early in order to get the most out of the most that you could possibly want it for your retirement. So, I mean, you could live a much more luxurious life if you started saving early. So the most important thing that we want you to get from this video is that it's important to start saving early. And the earlier you save, the more money you're going to have in the future, and the better your life is going to be in the future if you have all that money. So if you were to take anything from this video, that would be my probably biggest tip to you. Um, Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments section below. I will try to answer them as best as possible. Have a good day.